On the corner of Gay Street and Summit Hill. We've got two acts coming up today. Coming up in the second half of the show, we've got the Lubben Brothers. But right now, here's Will Paustian.
We sound alive. How we doing? So this first song I'm gonna play is one of the first songs I ever wrote. It's called Autumn Leaves. I hope you guys enjoy it. I still see you standing there. Your hair was soft, your skin was fair, and your eyes shine like the brightest star. Oh, how soft the words you spoke with every laugh and every joke. I hope that you're happy where you are, 'cause these autumn leaves, they spell your name. The sunshine, oh, how it glistens, and the birds, they sing your favorite song, hoping that you'll come back down to hear them. But you're way up north trying to dodge your hurt. There's no one around up there that'll listen. So come back to me and this autumn breeze, and tell my family how much you miss them. Oh, the roads that go untraveled and the truths that have unraveled, longing for you to get back home. Weaving through the late night traffic just to try and get past it. You're alone, but no one really knows, 'cause your nose is clean and your hands aren't dirty. Slow 'em down, you're not in a hurry to wherever that jaded heart will lead you. So be careful what you do and the path that you choose, 'cause I promise, darling, that this world needs you. 'Cause these autumn leaves, they spell your name. The sunshine, oh, how it glistens, and the birds, they sing your favorite song, hoping that you'll come back down to hear them. But you're way up north trying to dodge your hurt. There's no one around up there that'll listen. So come back to me and this autumn breeze, and tell my family how much you miss them. So come back to me before autumn leaves, so we can have more nights we won't remember. And don't you cry, I'll be alright till the leaves come back around next September. Thank you so much. Thank you. This next song I just wrote back 2 months ago. I really hope you guys like it. It's going to be called Headed Home. Well, give me a place where I can ride with my boys until I die, 'cause I'm tired of this town now anyway. The world has gotten loud and I can't stand it, and compliments are all backhanded, so I'll just sit with my head in my hands. They'll put me on a plane, I'll ride it till it lands. can't see. Leaving Birmingham at 4 a.m. We're chasing down a sunrise round the bend, and it finally gives me time enough to breathe. So tell me who the hell you want me to be. Listen to the sky, can you hear the sound? With your heads up in the clouds to pull you down. Ask no questions, I've been lost and found. You know someone somewhere knows how it feels right now. And you're not alone. You still got time to grow, but I'm heading home. Be quick to hear and slow to speak, 'cause this old world will knock you off your feet. And you're now ready to try your best and do what you can to live your life and be a decent man. Hold it steady, pull on over my eyes, I'll get you heavy. Listen to the siren, can you hear the sound? If your head's up in the clouds, it pull you down. Ask your questions, be lost and found. You know someone somewhere knows how it feels right now. And you're not alone. You still got time to grow, but I'm heading home. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
That's Will Paustian on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. Welcome to the show.
Thank
It's
you for
your
having me.
first time here, and maybe your first time doing a radio show. Is that right?
It is, yes, sir.
Yeah. So you've been, you've been playing music your whole life in one way or the other, but it's pretty recent that you've started playing up on stages and stuff like you're doing now. Tell us a little bit about your story of how you got started and that kind of thing.
So I've had music around my life the entire time. My mom sang in a band whenever she was pregnant with me, so it was kind of just fused into my brain. But I didn't start playing shows fully until February of last year. So it's really only been a year of me doing any kind of show whatsoever. But it's been the best year I've ever had, the most fun I've ever had doing it.
Well, great. And you've mostly been playing fairly close to home, it sounds. You're home in Athens, Alabama. Is this the farthest you've ventured yet?
I believe so, yeah.
All right. Well, we're happy to have you.
I'm happy to be here, thank you.
I see your parents in the audience
Yeah.
are debating whether this is the farthest or not.
Yeah,
But
between here and Birmingham, which isn't too far from Athens.
all right. Well, very good. So, you have released a little bit of music. You've got an EP out and a single off of your upcoming record,
Yes, sir.
all original
Yes, sir.
music. And
Well, the record, I will say, the record will have 2 songs on it that are written by 2 other people. One is my producer, and one is an incredible writer named Jacob Bunton.
okay.
So it'll be a 10-track album with 2 songs written
By
by
other
someone
folks.
else. But the other 8 tracks are all
All going to
originals.
be yours. All right. Well, very good. And so tell me a little bit about kind of how you got started playing, kind of more professionally. Apparently, it had something to do with an organization and another band. And
Yes.
tell us that story.
So it really got started with the Velcro Pygmies. If you don't know who they are, they're I'd say cover rock band out of Louisville, Kentucky. And they've been playing, and they're a part of this organization called Reach and Teach. And it is a nonprofit organization out of Florence, Alabama. And I went to one of their camps one day and just showed Cam, who's the lead singer of the Pygmies, some lyrics. And just asked him if this was something that I should continue doing, or if this is something that I should just quit. And he told me, oh no, this is good, you should keep doing this. And so it's all through Reach and Teach. That's how the album's getting made, that's how everything's getting done, is through Reach and Teach. And I'm trying to remember names here, oh my goodness. Yes, Charlie Wise. Reese, oh my goodness, Charlie Reese.
It's only live radio, it's all right.
Yeah, I know.
I do it all the time. I get people's names wrong on
Reach
here.
and Teach and Charlie Reese are two that have helped me out with the whole making of the album and with the EP itself too, and I'm super excited to get that out to everybody.
Well, cool. And you, of course, all your music that you've done and are getting ready to release is on the streaming platforms, but you have a few CDs of the EP here, along with some koozies as well.
Yes, sir.
So a little bit of merch. Well, let's get some more music.
Some more music, all right. So this song is the one that means a whole lot to me. I wrote this one's the one that has a little bit of an introduction. I wrote this back in April or May of last year, and it is for a very good friend of mine. His name is Dylan McMahon, and he sadly passed away in April of last year. And so I wrote this song for him and his family, and I'm super blessed to be able to release it out for him and everybody that was friends with him or knew him. So I really hope you guys enjoy this song. It's called Station 21. We're going west, boys, to get out of these city lights and learn how to live our lives on the back roads. So pack your bags, boys. The train is leaving late tonight. It won't stop until we see the light of that Oklahoma sunrise. And when we get there, we'll be met by a man in black, smoking a cigarette and fixing his hat that his granddaddy gave him. His train car wasn't supposed to stop at Station 21. He had all his plans to roll right through and make it to the western sun. When he got off the train car, all he was told that he'd have all the whiskey and women he could hold. He settled down, tried to have some fun, but I don't give a damn, 'cause we lost that man at Station 21. He told us not to worry, he'd be back when the timing's right, and the Lord decides to shed some light on the ground where he's laying. He seemed a little haggard when he asked us how things were at home. We said it kind of felt alone, we'd grown accustomed to the staying. Then he tipped his hat down low, while a single tear fell from his eye. He said, boys, you're gonna be alright, you know I'm praying. His train car wasn't supposed to stop at Station 21. He had all his plans to roll right through and make it to the western sun. When he got off the train car, all he was told that he'd have all the whiskey and women he could hold. He settled down, tried to have some fun, but I don't give a damn, 'cause we lost that man at Station 21. We had ourselves a revival that night underneath the western sun, and I played along while he sang his songs about all the wars he'd won. The man in black took his last sip and shouted out real loud, I love you boys, I may not be around, but I'll never let you down. His train car wasn't supposed to stop at station 21. He had all his plans to roll right through and make it to the western sun. When he got off his train car, all he was told that he'd have all the whiskey and women he could hold. He settled down, tried to have some fun. I don't give a damn, 'cause we lost that man at station 21. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. This next song is one that I swore I'd never release until some friends of mine talked me into it. This is the first song I've ever written. It's called Chance, which is kind of ironic because thank you for taking a chance on me, letting me be allowed up here. Thank you, truly. So I really hope you guys like this song. Don't know what I'm doing, but it surely seems to work. No more riding downtown, feeling nothing else but hurt. No more wondering how did I end up like that. No more thinking of nights I wish I could take back. No more staying up late, watching time pass me by, or staring at a moon lighting up a small town sky, laughing at my problems to make them seem okay. No more spending time wasting my life away. 'Cause you brought me peace that I was chasing after. Days that are full of tears are now full of laughter. I'll put my soul into every line, 'cause doing things half-assed just seems like a waste of time. I'll drop it all if you call me home, 'cause you took a chance on a broken soul. Dancing in the rain, to singing your favorite songs. I'm glad that you're the one to make me feel like I belong. If home is where the heart is, but my heart belongs with you, then I'm praying to God to give me a sign to show me what I ought to do. And when that sun starts setting and the birds are flying north, it's just you and me and the autumn breeze sitting there on the porch. I'll play you all of my songs that I wrote when I was in need, and start thanking you for who you are and all that you've done for me. 'Cause you brought me peace that I was chasing after. Days that are full of tears are now full of laughter. I'll put my soul into every line, 'cause doing things half-assed just seems like a waste of time. I'll drop it all when you call me home, 'cause you took a chance on a broken soul. You took a chance on a broken soul. Thank you so much. Thank you. So this one is another one of my very first songs I ever wrote. And it's completely different in style than the other ones you've heard. but it seems to be a lot of people's favorite. This is one I wrote a long time ago called One More Won't Hurt. I really hope you guys like it. It's 10:30, I'm just waking up, and I'm trying to find out what I did last night. I said I'd be okay, I try to act alright, but this heartbreak keeps breaking me down every time. It hurts more than you think it ever should, but just one more won't do me anything but good. Another drink, another round, another stoplight, another small ass town, another sting, another fight, another Jack and Coke on a Saturday night, another tear, another scream, another song, another dream, another day of trying to find my worth. And know I said I'd stop, but one more won't hurt. Staring at my phone, I'm waiting for your call so we can talk things over one last time. But I know it won't ring no matter how hard I try, just because I messed things up last night. Yeah, I'm the one to blame, I know it's true, so I'll just keep on thinking that one more will get me over you. Another drink, another round, another stoplight, another small ass town, another sting, another fight, another Jack and Coke on a Saturday night, another tear, another scream, another song, another dream, another day of trying to find my worth. I know I said I'd stop, but one more won't hurt me more than I hurt myself for putting that girl straight through hell, watching her walk out that door and leaving me with just one more. Another drink, another round, another stoplight, another small ass town, another sting, another fight, another Jack and Coke on a Saturday night, another tear, another scream, another song, another dream, another day of trying to find my worth, another day of trying to stop the hurt, another day of showing up late to work. I know I said I'd stop, but one more won't hurt. One more won't hurt. Thank you so much. Thank you.
That's Will Paustian on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. We're going to take a minute to change the stage over and get the next act up here. And while we do that, I am going to tell you a few things. Well, of course, WDVX is always doing a lot of live shows at various venues around town and in Oak Ridge as well. We've got a couple exciting ones coming up. On September 11th, we have one of our WDVX Summer Nights shows. That's at Yeehaw Brewing at 7 p.m. It's a free show, a live radio show hosted by Alex Leach, and we've got Amanda Ann Platt and the Honeycutters, along with East Tennessee's own Sam Quinn's Cartwright Brothers. Coming up on that same show on October 9th, we've got Tim O'Brien Band along with songs from the Road Band. Of course, some of you might know me from another show I host, which is a show for kids. It's called Kid Stuff, and we've got our next live show coming up next Saturday at 10 a.m. right here on this stage. I've got Roger Day coming over from Nashville to join me for that show. Looks like, wow, that was fast. Yeah, I didn't even get to tell you all very much today. So I think we're ready for some more music. Yeah, we got thumbs up on the stage and in the booth. I think we're ready to go. Y'all give a big welcome to the Lubben Brothers.
Thank you all. So you're all probably wondering if the Lubben Brothers is accurate, and it is. We are brothers. More than brothers, we're also triplets. So like, we don't even have to be good. We can just be like, wow, they were triplets. It was cool. But we actually just moved to Gallatin, Tennessee. We were based in South Florida for the last few years, which is not a great scene for our music. We had to kind of build it from the
You
ground
should have
up.
seen the reaction to the banjo downtown South Florida. People would literally cross the street when they saw it.
Away from us, yeah.
Away from us. Yeah, away. Yeah.
Well, we do mostly all original songs. This next one is the Progress Express. Every folk band needs to do a song about trains, so this is ours.
Right.
Welcome aboard the Progress Express. We are going fast to leave regrets. You're the last American hurry you inside. But there's a million cars and there's a billion seats. We are grabbing every living soul off the streets. If they won't come closer, we'll just roll them over in time. Just like the river, just like the rain, just like the miles behind this train. So time keeps rushing on, and it's with you, then it's gone. And there's no light at the end of the tunnel for me. Well, every right is wrong, and every wrong is right. Just lock your doors and windows when you sleep tonight. Just 'cause the train is stopping doesn't mean you're hopping on. We have outlawed rules, so we're breaking none. So we're morally better and we're having fun. So just play it cool, that's the only rule. Just like the river, just like the rain, just like the miles behind this train. So time keeps rushing on, and it's with you, then it's gone. And there's no light at the end of the tunnel for me. Well, you can buy a house or you can buy a town. You can buy a girlfriend, you can buy a pound. You can buy some justice, the price is just as cheap. Well, you can buy a following, you can buy a new face, but happiness is still too expensive these days. Buy a drink or two, just don't think it through tonight. Just like the river, just like the rain, just like the miles behind this train. So time keeps rushing on, and it's with you, then it's gone. And there's no light at the end of the tunnel for me. Just like the river, just like the rain, just like the miles behind this train. So time keeps rushing on, so with you then it's gone. And there's no light at the end of the tunnel for me.
you.
That's the Lubben Brothers on the WDVX Blue Plate special. And you all already have addressed the fact that you are indeed brothers.
That is correct.
And you're not just brothers, but you're triplets. So you all have grown up together and grew up with some classical music background and training, and then got into doing this stuff a few years ago.
Yeah,
So
something cracked, I guess.
something cracked. You started playing folk music. So tell me a little bit about that journey, because you still kind of have, fingers in the classical music pie as well, and you're just doing lots of stuff.
Yeah, that's right. We started classical studies by the age of 5, and we kept that all the way through undergrad, but we kind of started to realize that people like to hear our band a lot more than the classical music.
I think we enjoyed playing it and writing it a lot better too, honestly.
Yeah, so we actually still do write musicals and orchestrations and that kind of stuff. We'll do commissions, but now it's always connected to our band. So we've done orchestrations where an orchestra accompanies our group, or a musical that we're the pit orchestra in, but kind of crossed over now into the dark
Side.
I mean, look what he's holding.
Dark side of pop music, folk music, whatever. So you started kind of touring like this about 5 years ago?
Yeah, that's
Is
about
that
right.
right?
We were actually based in South Florida at the time. We just moved up, like Joshua said, mostly touring the Midwest, and now we're based in Nashville, so yeah.
Yeah, and for that, you mentioned before that you were in Gallatin, and that's right outside of Nashville, for those of you not familiar with the area. And of course, Nashville is a place that has, has lots, We can spend some time. There's lots of stuff there, good stuff, other stuff, but it is definitely a place to be connected to the music industry and all that.
Definitely, it made a lot more sense. I mean, when you're based in Florida, we would have to drive 8 or 9 hours just to get out of the state to get to some of our better gigs. Like, this has got to change. So,
Yeah,
just being centrally located is a really big deal for us.
Well, welcome here. This is your first time on the Blue Plate Special. We appreciate you all coming to join us. So you all are touring, so tell people kind of where they might watch for you. Obviously, they can look at your website, I hope, and keep up with all of that, but give them a sense of where all you're going to be.
Yeah, I mean, the best way to stay in touch is probably either our social media or on our website, which is just thelubbenbrothers.com.
Very original.
Very original, yeah, since our last name is Lubben.
And we're brothers,
We
too.
all happen to be brothers, so yeah, we did that.
I don't
creative
think
thing.
you could have named yourself anything else, really.
Yeah, it felt fitting. But yeah, we'll be playing a few shows in Tennessee, but we're going to be in the Carolinas and in Georgia and
Florida.
We're going down to St. Augustine. It used to be up. Yeah, we're going down to St. Augustine next week for the Sing Out Loud Festival. But
Yeah, we try to stay within like a 10-hour radius at least of the city, so a little more local than we used to be. So you'll find on the website we have all our public shows listed.
yeah.
All right, very good. And you all also have recordings. You have music
Yes.
out there in streaming land. And
Thankfully, Michael is our producer, and he's a nerd with the masters from Berkeley. So
In
I know he
music production.
plays the banjo, and he's a nerd. So
Yeah, try to put those two together, like that. Understand how difficult.
let's just
it
say
is
my
to-
brothers could have never figured it out. Yes, we do have an album that is almost completely released. It will be by the end of this year that we recorded, mixed, and mastered. It's a dream-free, all original album. And then we've got an EP coming out in the spring, but we also have a couple other albums that are for sale and online. So
Yeah,
go ahead
basically
and
we
check
all
those
write
out.
songs and we have more music recorded than we can release. So there's always new music. if
That's
you
a nice
think
problem
that.
to have.
It's a good problem to have.
For sure. Well, great. Well, let's get some more music right now.
You got it. It's gonna be a lot better now. Guess I grew up fast, too fast, and never let the grass grow high underneath my feet till I wanted it all back. Guess I didn't know back then
just how fast life goes. And then you're wishing you were 10 again when make-believe makes sense. Well, it's time to wander again. It's time to color this gray I'm living in, and learn to love my life again. My mama says I grew up fast. At last I know she's right, but I figure if I try, this time the clock can turn on back. 'Cause I didn't know back then just how fast life goes. And then you're wishing you could start again when living free made sense. Well, it's time to wander again. It's time to color this gray I'm living in, and learn to love my life again. Well, it's time to wander again. Oh, it's time to color this gray I'm living in. Oh, and learn to love my life again. Thank you all so much. So, we write songs that are very focused on where we are in life at the time. So if you ever wonder if they're authentic and they're genuine to who we are, they very much are, because basically all the songs I've written recently have been either about becoming a father, dealing as a parent, because I have a 1.5-year-old son at home, or with moving, picking up and going somewhere. And both of those are connected in this song. I was up early with my son Sam when he was about 2 months old, because we would like to get up in the middle of the night a few times just to hang out. And in one of our early morning hangouts, the sun was just coming up, and a bird was singing outside. And for y'all here, it's like, so it's not a big deal. Where I was in South Florida, there was one bird in our complex. One bird, and he had been gone for 6 months. So we named him DJ. He was a mockingbird that sang outside. And it was the most beautiful thing and the most heartbreaking for me, because I grew up in Iowa. We all did, obviously. Surrounded by the birds, surrounded by nature. And I'm like, what am I doing? I'm holding my son, and he's stuck here in South Florida. And that was one of the things that started getting that fire inside to relocate for the sake of our families, but for the sake of what we're up here doing. And we're grateful that we've planted new roots. This is called Far From Home. I miss the far from home. A bird sang by my window. It's been a while since I've seen one go. Guess it's time to be packed up and leaving. It's been too long pitching tents for home. Too long buried deep in the city's lights, a long fitful sleep. And I wonder how I stay so far from mountains and rivers, quiet and calm. May the fall far from home. Tomorrow morning I'll be in Carolina. Tomorrow night I'll be outside your door. Spent years chasing dreams, chasing shadows. Been searching, don't matter what for. I'll be back to stay in the mountains and rivers, the quiet and calm, to never fall far from home. Thank you, guys. Y'all heard of Woody Guthrie? Oh yeah. We're not going to cover one of his songs, but don't be too disappointed. We mentioned that we do a lot of theater, and that we did a show that was all based around Woody Guthrie's life. And one of the lines that was in that musical we were in was he was famous for saying, "A folk song is what's wrong and how to fix it." And I love that it doesn't stop at the pointing out what's wrong part, but it gets to how to fix it. And something that we've seen is, as soon as we forget history, we're bound to repeat it. And so part of our journey as a folk band is telling the victories and tragedies of our country.
Yeah, actually, down on that, there's that museum just downtown that says, it's a caption like, said by history, "Don't make me repeat myself."
Yeah.
You guys have a cool downtown here, by the way.
Yeah, this is a song that Michael and I wrote shortly after the shooting at Mother Emanuel Church in Charleston, South Carolina. And it was a horrible event, and but we didn't want to sweep it under the rug. We wanted to honor the people that gave their lives that day. This is the Charleston Massacre. Come in close and listen hard and still, in sorrow with the kindred of those nine who were killed. Raise a tear-streaked face and wonder why they're suffering. Why'd they die like traitors down at Charleston? The evening sun was low, but air was hot as day. 13 men and women climbed those steps to pray. Oh, the church's doors were closing, but a visitor walked in. He held a secret, his mind was plotting sin. What did you see, St. Peter? What did you see, St. Paul? You stained glass soldiers looking down from blood-stained walls. Could you forgive him for this dreadful sin? Just like those churchmen did down at Charleston. welcomed him with open arms, and they showed him to a seat. They opened up their Bibles and they got down on their knees. Dylan Roth, the visitor, stood up as they bent down and drew a gun before the group could make a sound. I have to do it, said the gunman without shame. I'll give you something real to pray about, he raved. He looked around the frozen room, his cold face warped with hate, and let the devil do his fill as he took aim. What did you see, St. Peter? What did you see, St. Paul? You stained glass soldiers looking down from blood-stained walls. Could you forgive him for this dreadful sin? Just like those churchmen did down at Charleston. Grandma Susie Jackson, wrinkled fingers knit in prayer. She cried to heaven as a bullet split the air. The young Tawanza Sanders stepped between her and the gun and bravely gave his life down at Charleston. Dylan Roth was captured and he went before the court as broken families gathered round with broken hearts. Their eyes met his, and instead of hate, they showed him mercy as they one by one forgave. What did you see, St. Peter? What did you see, St. Paul? You stained glass soldiers looking down from blood-stained walls. Could you forgive him for this dreadful sin? Just like those churchmen did down at Charleston. What did you see, King Jesus, who wore the traitor's crown? As Roman soldiers looked up from blood-stained ground, how could you forgive them for this dreadful sin? As you hung there dying to take us sinners in. Come in close and listen, listen hard and still, in sorrow with the kindred of the guiltless who were killed. I'll raise a tear-streaked face and wonder how can they forgive? Can love repair the past and make a dead soul live? How could they love so much down at Charleston?
That's the Lubben Brothers on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. We're going to get one more song from them, but before we do that, I got to do a couple of things. First of all, let's have another big hand for our first act today. Will Paustian. Thank you all for hanging out here today. Those of you who come, I hope you'll stick around and make all of these folks feel welcome here in Knoxville. I also need to make just a couple of thank yous here that I didn't do during that mid-show break because everything was so fast. So the WDVX Blue Plate Special is presented by Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria on Jackson Avenue in Knoxville's Old City, home of the Big Plate on Fridays. Coming up next Friday, we will have Blake Christiana and Zach Russell. Additional support comes from Visit Knoxville and the Senior Financial Group, your neighborhood Medicare partner for more than 30 years. Senior Financial Group has been on a mission to make Medicare more affordable. Information and assistance is available at sfgmedicare.com and 865-770153. Well, thank you all for bearing with me. We got to thank those people who help keep all of this going, right? So we're going to get one more song here from this band. Y'all give another big welcome back to the Lubben Brothers.
Thank you all for being an amazing audience. I have to be honest, we thought we were just showing up to a regular radio interview, and the fact that there's real people sitting right here in front of us makes us so happy. So thank you for being a part of this performance, for helping our introduction to Knoxville be so wonderful. This song we're closing out with is one I wrote 2 weeks into COVID season, which as a band wasn't a great one. But it was a good one for songwriting. There wasn't much else to do. But it also helped us really think about as a band, what do we want to say? How do we want our audiences to leave feeling and thinking? And this was the first song I wrote in that time. It's called Fistful of Wind. My soul for a fistful of wind, and my light for a dull sunless sky. And I carry my guilt like a ball and a chain, like a garden drowned by the rain. Can I lift my head and see the sun just once before I die? Can I lift my head and see the sun just once before I die? If I died today, sent my spirit away, and this song was the last song I sang, would I rest in peace in a bright cloudless day, or be pulled down below by this chain? If we spoke face to face, would I not feel ashamed, knowing I alone am to blame? But if I showed you my darkness, my ball and its chain, could I stand up straight once again and lift my head and see the sun just once before I die? Can I lift my head and see the sun just once before I die? I bartered my soul for a fistful of wind, but I still hear you calling me home. So shed all this guilt with its ball and its chain, be a garden that's found spring again. Will you lift my head to see the sun? Let my shame fall softly behind. The love in your eyes would set me free to rest before I die. So can I lift my head and see the sun just once before I die? Can I lift my head and see the sun just once before I die? Just once before I die. so much.
That's the Lubben Brothers on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. We hope you'll join us next time for more real live music. But right now, I'm going to send it back into the studio.